Hi, this is Jay from the Failure Group Emerald, and here I am again with another guide for another Dxun raid boss. So this time we're gonna go into the first encounter, which is the second boss, which is basically a lot of trash and a Titan 6 droid. So the main thing we do, different from what I noticed watching streams from other groups, is that we give stim to the DPS. So we usually have a stim distribution where, since there are like a 12 stims, 2 DPS gets 4, usually the power attacks, and the other DPS gets 2. But you can have a tank taking the stims for the defense and solo tanking the Titan 6. But we prefer to just tank with cooldowns and rotate our defensives and have the DPS just pushing the droid as fast as possible. So we have one of the tanks. Usually I pick up all the flares at the beginning of the box, and we coordinate where we want flares and where we don't want flares. So here's the image of where we drop Titan 6. Considering we start where the arrow is, and we drop the first one at 1. Then we do a big run after the first one, go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we shouldn't get any other one. Sometimes we barely get the 8th one. So with that, let's get started on first encounter. So first thing we do is, once we click the door, we just gonna kill all the stalkers before we go. That's important, so we don't have to deal with those ads while the Titan 6 is active. So we just kill them, all of them. We don't use flares or anything, just our AoEs. We can stun, we can do whatever we want, as long as they all die. Once everyone is ready, after we use predation, stealth scans, whatever we have, we start running. Titan 6 is gonna become active once we pass a door. That's an important note. So the debuff, like a kind of pinkish, means that person has Titan 6 targeting them. When Titan 6 drops, there is going to be a giant circle that's going to stun you and do damage. So you want that person to go away from the group. As you can see, the whole group comes. At the same time the Titan 6 is coming, there's a bull coming, and there are birds and stalkers. So one tank picks up the Titan 6, and I usually toss a flare here. And I do the first 2 stuns on the bow, and the healer do the next stun. The flare here is also to make the ads not do as much damage, and the birds explode on the Thrasher, so the Thrasher dies pretty fast from the dot. The tank with Titan 6, at this point, all the DPS should be focusing on Titan 6, because if you don't push him fast enough, from 100% to 90%, because you just need to do 10% of his HP, he's just gonna keep exploding and do more damage, so you want to push him before he explodes. He shielded and pushed. Also, you need to have your tank targeting and taunting as soon as possible on pre-pop a cooldown, because you can get one shot if you don't have any defenses up. And if you step into the pink pole, it works like the hydrocolor pole from red. It's just gonna destroy your defenses. The ads, they pretty much work like in hard mode. The Shadow Walker stuns, the Reapers do a lot of damage, the Stalkers drop the puddles, the Thrasher does knockbacks and stuns. So we want to kill the Charger, and then we want to keep running, even if the Stalkers are alive. We need to keep running because more ads just gonna spawn if we stay there killing. So we want to kill some and move. Some more spawned, and try to grab aggro, and another Titan 6 is gonna spawn soon, because the Titan 6 respawns every minute and he resets threat every time. He's stealthed behind the group, but he doesn't take damage when he's stealthed. So a second person god. Ideally, we want to place past the gate, but if the person can't make it before the gate, and away from the group, works. On the first Titan 6, my co-tank took it, but now it's my time to take. I'm gonna take with deflection. I stay far away, and I try to pre-click on Titan 6, taunt, and use my deflection, and then... So this white circle around the droid works like a flare. At that point, you don't need to flare. So we want to get rid of the Titan 6 as fast as possible, and there is a charger there which the off tank and people like a DPS stun or the healer stun, and we get rid of the bow as fast as possible, and even if the stalker's alive, we keep going. There's going to be a warden droid that we want to pull as fast as possible and start killing. The warden droid, if it's alive, it's not going to let us click the panel to keep going, so we want to kill this warden droid. Keep in mind that the warden droid hurts and it cleaves, so you don't want to face it towards people. There's two ads alive, and that can be kind of annoying, but that's going to happen. Another Titan 6 spawned. You can either drop this Titan 6 on the panel, or you can drop on the back. It doesn't matter. You can do that for this Titan 6 and the next one, because even though we usually kill the warden droid not too long after the first Titan 6, we decide to just wait to not mess up with cooldowns. More ads spawned. I usually toss a flare so we kill the birds. Unless the Titan 6 is dead, I don't toss a flare. Like there, I got 3 stacks because of desync. But we kill the warden droid and we wait for a second Titan 6 on the room. So it's the 4th Titan 6 in the whole fight. I call Titan 6 because it's the same model as the Titan 6 from SNV, but it's sanitization droid. Here, since the droid is dead, I don't flare because the droid is gonna the Titan 6 droid is going to spawn again, and we can use the flare from the droid. My call tank takes again. He's gonna use more cooldowns. He tanks with cooldowns both times, like an energy shield and a explosive fuel, adrenal. He splits his cooldowns. Here, there's gonna be Reapers and a Thrasher. We want to control the Thrasher with stuns and kill it, of course. But we also want to kill the Reapers within 2 flares, because back there were a box with 3 flares, which my call tank picked them up. And he tosses the first flare, and once we communicate once the flare is like 5 seconds, and I refresh the flare. And we want to kill the Reapers before the next Titan 6, which is going to be my droid. We really want to make sure those Reapers die, because if it doesn't die fast enough, we might have a problem. So the droid spawned, and the person dropped away from the group, and I took with deflection. We're gonna kill this, and then we're gonna get rid of the droid, and then we're gonna kill the ads. We're gonna drop a flare on the doorway and start killing ads. The shadow walkers can be pretty annoying, so if you get stunned, please, someone interrupt for you. Ask for someone to interrupt. We want to kill these ads, and then I'm gonna flare up ahead. So whenever the next wave spawns, we want to keep killing. Drop the flare, then we keep killing, and the next droid is mine again, but I don't have deflection, so I need to use overcharge, recklessness, adrenal, whatever I have. Usually my life warden is not procced, but since this is for our first kill, we wiped before and it was procced. Kills this droid, because I don't have deflection, I'm always in danger of dying for this one. We have the person go away from the group, ahead, and we don't reflare here. Once the droid spawns, I take it with all my cooldowns, and we use the droid flare for the ads. Again, we want to bring him to 90%. Here I got hit pretty hard, and sometimes I get hit pretty hard back to back, and only overcharge and adrenal isn't enough. One of the tanks taunt here, taunt all the ads, and we just run. We use our stealth scans, predation, whatever we have. And there's going to be another warden droid. The ad's gonna come from the door where we came from. So I want to pull the droid to where where the ads are gonna spawn, so we can pick up immediately. My call tank's gonna take the next Titan 6. Well, I'm gonna be controlling the ads for now. I'm gonna be getting aggro and controlling them. I want to try to avoid facing the warden droid to the group, because it's like the first one, it cleaves. Every DPS should focus on the Titan 6 droid. More ads spawn, but we didn't reflare because more ads spawn and the droid is up. So my co-tank is gonna reflare here, and once the flare is running out, he's gonna communicate and I'm gonna flare, and he AoE taunts and takes the ads and the droid, because the next Titan 6 droid, the next Zerka droid, it's gonna be mine, since I have deflection again. We basically just try to make the best use of our cooldowns as we can. Ad's gonna keep spawning, but you wanna get rid of the Zerka droid ASAP, so you can just add. We have one of our healers running ahead and starting the RP, so the encounter ends. Everyone else just control the we usually just stay controlling the ads because we usually get this last Zerka droid. This should be the last one. Yeah, if it's your first kill, you might get another one, but you can get into the room and pick up all these stims and flares if you don't have anything else, and you just use and reset the next encounter. You just click the panel and everything is gonna return, so you can just use all the resources you have available to you. Like I picked up a flare, DPS are picking up stims. I think on our first kill, no, we didn't get another droid, but once the person finishes clicking the panels for the RP, the encounter should end. And there we go. That's the second encounter for Master Mode Dxun. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Next, I'm gonna go over the second encounter, aka the third boss of Dxun. See ya!